Okay, I wanted to give you guys another example that uses a random integer table. I know that the other day I did not do one like this on the video, and so I feel like that I should probably do that. This is definitely going to help you with number 7 and number 8. So this example is saying Mrs. Walker wants to select 3 students to be named outstanding stats students. She can't decide because all of her students are awesome. She assigns each student a number and then uses a random integer table to select her 3 students to nominate. So if you can see here, I went to random.org and just got a random list of numbers to create my integer table. And sometimes those are provided for you. And then what I did is I just took every single person on my roster and assigned them all a number. So the reason why numbers 1 through 9 have to be 0, 9 is because you have to have all of your answers in double digits if you have more than 10 items in your list or outcomes. And the reason why is because if I didn't do that, all of the single digit number people would just be picked over and over and over again. And so, like on this one, the first example, if I just used 8, that would just be Kaylee. Kaylee would be getting picked over and over again. And so anybody 10 and larger wouldn't have a chance to be picked. So that's why Lexi is 0, 1. That's why Peyton is 0, 6. And Jade is 0, 9. Because that way they have 2 digits associated to them. So you just simply go through the list, and we are picking 2 digits at a time, and if it's not a number on our list, we just throw it out. So like that very first one, the first 2 numbers are 8, 8. We don't have a person that is number 88, so we throw it out. The next one is 4, 6. Again, that's not a number, we throw it out. But the next one is 1, 9. So 1, 9, that is a person, and we see that that is Katie. So Katie is going to be my first choice. Then the next number in the list, the double digits, is 1, 5. And that is a person in here, so that picks Brianna. And then we move on, and we have 6, 1, which again gets tossed out. Now, 37 gets tossed out, 82 gets tossed out, 27, 79, 27. That whole entire row and the whole entire third row gets tossed out. But then whenever we go into the fourth row, 35 gets tossed out because there's not a person that's a number 35. 34 gets tossed out, 99 gets tossed out, but 07 gets selected, and if we go 07 is Delaney, so Delaney is my third student that I'm going to pick. Now, I do want to ask you guys who would be next. So we just finished with 07, which was Delaney. The next 2 digits are 1, 7, and we have a number 17. So my fourth choice would have been Madeline. So whenever you go through these, so our first choice, 1, 7, would be Madeline. And I will say, let's just say that this would have happened, but it didn't in this case. Let's say that 1, 9 got picked again. So like if Katie gets picked twice, after the first time she's been picked, we just toss her out because she's already been picked once. We need 3 unique numbers. So if we have repeats, we just throw it out. So random number tables, they are a way to select people at random, but it is time consuming. It's not the easiest, but if you are given a list of numbers, you do have to assign numbers. So I will tell you guys for, I think it's number 7, which is the states question, you are going to have to find your list of states, and I don't care how you it's alphabetical order. So you will probably have to look up some stuff to answer that question, but I think you guys are all capable of finding a list of states in alphabetical order to assign those numbers to. So like Alabama is number 1, so that's 0, 1. Alaska is second, so that's 0, 2. All the way down to, what's the last day? Is that Wyoming? That would be number 5. That would be 5, 0. So you're going to identify your states all the way from 0, 1 all the way to 5, 0, and then follow the list that is given to you. All right, so I do want to show you guys there are much faster ways on the calculator to do this exact same question without the list, but if you're given a list, I expect you to use the list. So one way to do this, and I'm just going to cover this up. So I want to keep the list of people up. So the one faster way is to use the calculator and use that random integer feature. So one way is to do this by saying, do a random integer from 1 to 20, and the 3 just means you're picking 3. You got to be careful with this though, because you can have numbers picked twice, and so this is one thing. We can go to math, go over to PRB, and go down and select random integer. And so we can go 1 to 20 and select 3. So if I did it this way, we're really lucky because these are all unique. And so on this one, my calculator picked 17, 6, and 15. So if I go back to my list, who got picked this way? It's Madeline. Number 6 is Peyton. And number 15 is Brianna. And I'll say Brianna's pretty popular. I don't know if that's random or if that's just because she's awesome. Alright, and then the last way that you could do this is you could just do a random integer from 1 to 20 and then just keep hitting enter. So if you go just random integer from 1 to 20 and then just pick, we can do that. So we go math, PRB, random integer, and just do 1 to 20. This way, if you get a repeat, you can just toss it out. So here we go. Alright, our first person is number 5, and that is Braden. Alright, and then if I pick another one, hit enter. Alright, that's number 3, and that picks Jacob. Alright, and then my next choice is 15. Man, Brianna got picked every single time. Apparently she is just an awesome student. And so if I gave you an assignment like this where you are assigning numbers and using your calculator, say we definitely are going to learn the probability to do this, but there's probably like almost 0% that all 20 of you would pick the exact same people. So I just wanted to go through that to show you guys there are different ways to pick with the calculator and with the list. And if you have any other questions on the list as you guys are working from home, don't hesitate to ask. Jump on the Google Meet or send me an email. During the school day, the Google Meets are much faster. So if you have any other questions, just get a hold of me. I'll see you guys all soon.